Today I'm discovering Finnish food for the very first time, and it's gonna be a delicious day.
It's brunch time here in Helsinki, Finland, and I'm at the cutest cafe here with Bobby. In front of us we have this massive cinnamon roll that's made with a lot of cinnamon that has been rolled in the dough. And all of this is topped with a bunch of pearl sugar.
This is a type of cinnamon roll that honestly I've never really seen before. It seems like it's sort of like the real cinnamon roll. Usually when you see them in the US, you see like a spiral and then a bunch of frosting on top.
It does look very homemade, and it's the perfect treat to start the day with a cup of coffee.
It feels like there's more cinnamon than your normal cinnamon roll. Like it's just like all topped throughout these different layers here.
There's 1, 2, 3 massive layers of cinnamon. If I had to rate this pastry compared to US cinnamon rolls, obviously this is way better because it's way less sweet and has a real taste of cinnamon. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Wow, I'm gonna say like a 7 out of 10. This, I mean, it's delicious. Yeah, it's not my favorite type of pastry here in Finland, which we're actually gonna try that pastry after.
This pastry has a long round shape and is topped with raspberry jam and circled with icing. This cake is also made with almond flour and different spices like ginger, cardamom, and oranges.
I think it's a very unique type of cake. This is truly my favorite pastry of Finland.
So what's your rating?
10, 11, 12, 13, maybe a 15 out of 10.
Yeah, this is so good. I love anything with almond flour in it. And the raspberry jam on top really adds to this cake. It's so delicious. So for me, this is a pastry that can't be rated. It's just too delicious. Here we have a cardamom bun topped with what looks like jelly and of course a ton and ton of whipped cream on the middle. And then what's super cute is that the pastry has some kind of little hat topped with powdered sugar. So apparently this is also a seasonal treat and it's pretty common in the Nordic countries.
And what's funny about this pastry is that it looks like almost like a pastry sandwich. I don't know how you bite into this though. It's really good. It honestly tastes how it looks. Like it's just an explosion of flavors of that whipped cream, jelly, and beautiful bread and sugar. Unreal. 10 out of 10 for me.
I don't know where to start. There's no way to eat this pastry in a clean manner. It's really good. So for me, this is a 9 out of 10.
So in front of us, we have a blueberry pastry. The outside looks like it's almost like this pretzel-y type bread, and the inside just has a bunch of blueberry filling. So I'm super excited to see how this tastes. Okay, it's super interesting because the outside is a tiny bit salty and the inside is sweet. So it makes this marriage of flavors. It is really, really delicious. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10 on this one.
So yes, it is a tiny bit salty on the outside, but the weirdest thing to me is actually the blueberry jam. It really tastes like it's made of real blueberries. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. After this, Bobby was working at home and I was exploring the city and I came across 2 of the most famous chains in Finland. So I'm surprising Bobby with a few snacks.
So excited. What have you brought me here?
The first one is Finland's most famous burger chain.
Cheeseburger. Oh my gosh, it's a heavy bag too.
Yeah, so...
Oh my gosh, you brought back so many burgers.
So I bought us fries and a few burgers.
Unbelievable.
In front of us, Bobby, we have the double cheeseburger that has 2 patties, a ton of cheese, and I think a lot of mayo.
There is a ridiculous
Oh my
amount
god,
of mayo.
look at this. Wow. This is insane. Yeah, the mayo is like really surprising. Oh my god.
It's like 2% burger, 98% mayo.
So true. Bobby's first bite is half of the burger. There is so much mayo in
Yeah,
it.
you got some right here.
Oh no. What's your rating for this burger, Bobby?
It's about the same as McDonald's, so like maybe like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, for me this is exactly the same as McDonald's, so I'll agree and I'll rate it a 6 out of 10 as well. Have a fry.
Alright. The fries are really good actually.
They're way better than McDonald's. Yeah, for fast food fries, this is really
Best
good.
fast food fries I've ever had. These are an 8 out of 10 for me.
The second thing I brought you, Bobby, is a lot of different foods from one of the most famous cafes of Finland. So this was created in the 19th century, so it's a very, very old chain, but right now it looks like a really cool Starbucks. When I went there was a ton of food to choose from the delicious pastries like the one we ate this morning, to a bunch of different open-ended sandwiches. Also, what's really cool about this cafe is that they're really famous for their candy. So I brought you back some Finnish candy, including some really interesting one. You'll see. It has been rated one of the worst foods foods in the entire world. So we're gonna try that at some point. I'm gonna leave Bobby in fear of eating the worst food in the world without knowing about it.
Everything looks really good though.
Our first food is called Karelian Pie. Here you have a beautiful pastry that has an oval shape and that is made with a thin rye flour crust that has a really nice brown color and has crinkled edges. Inside there's a filling of rice porridge. With that we have a side of egg butter. Have you ever heard of egg butter before, Bobby?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. This is egg butter. It's like literally butter and eggs from what I've heard.
It smells like a hard-boiled egg.
It does. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is definitely the most unique combination of foods. It doesn't have a butter consistency at all. It has like more of a omelette consistency.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think we're supposed to put it on the pie. Wow, this is really good. It tastes like a full meal in a tiny pancake. What do you think about it, Bobby?
It's really unique. I've never had anything like this before.
So what's your rating on that, Bobby?
I'd say like a 7. Like it's not crazy flavorful, but it's super unique and it is delicious. And it feels like something that would be good to start off your day with.
So for me, in terms of food, I could eat every single day and gain a lot of energy from. This is a 10 out of 10. This is a complete meal. But like in terms of pure taste, I agree with you, it's a 7. And one thing about Finland that's super famous is the rye bread. And that's apparently a thing that doesn't exist as much in other countries. Like for example, in France, where I'm from, we only have wheat bread. A really good thing they do here with rye bread is this open-faced sandwiches that we have. This one here is really cool because everyone was like ordering this one, so it should be really good. I have no idea what's in it. It seems like it's like shrimp topped with herbs and with lime. This sandwich is packed with shrimps.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow, I know why people were ordering that. It's so good.
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. It's like a creamy mess of amazingness.
And the rye bread is so good. It's like a tiny bit sweet as well.
Yeah, I was not expecting that because typically when you eat rye bread, it's like a little bit like dry. And this one's almost like moist. Like when we picked it up, the shrimp was so heavy that it was like breaking apart because the rye bread does taste like both moist and sweet.
Yeah, this one is so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
amazing.
This is like a 9 out of 10 for me, I think.
10 out of 10 for me.
So next up we have a beautiful smoked salmon sandwich. This time a closed sandwich with 2 slices of rye bread and that even has a poached egg in it. This feels like pretty good. There's like all the things I like in it. So be careful, this is a dangerous one. Here, oh no, go for it, boy. You can do
Okay.
it.
Cool.
So messy. So what do you think about this sandwich?
I mean, it's simple and delicious.
This one, I knew we were gonna like it. It's so good. The rye bread is also a bit different from the past one as well. It's like more like fluffy rye bread and it's super good. What's your rating?
A solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really like that one, but I prefer the shrimp one. One other thing Finland is famous for is the candies.
Okay.
And Fazer, where I went to get us this beautiful food, also is very, very famous as a candy maker. And when you go to the store, there's a bunch of different candies to choose from. What do you want to start with?
I want to start with this one.
Okay, so tell us the name of the candy.
This candy is named Dumle Original with a star.
Oh, it's toffee. We're speechless because we have candy stuck in our teeth. Let's try the next one.
Geisha.
Okay, so Geisha, pink wrapping, seems super famous. It's everywhere in supermarkets. So let's go for it. So chocolate and something else. Oh, this one is good.
It has like a tiny crunch to it too. It tastes like a Kit Kat.
Oh my god, it is a fancy Kit Kat.
It's a fancy Kit Kat. Next we have the Fazer Chocolate, it looks like.
This candy is actually one of the most famous in Finland. It's like the official brand of chocolate from Finland. So I know I like this one. It's so good.
It tastes like really high quality chocolate actually. This is my favorite, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Okay, next we have Mariane.
This looks a bit weird.
Looks like a peppermint candy.
Yeah, I don't think I will like it.
Lucile doesn't like peppermint.
No, I don't like peppermint. I think it tastes like toothpaste.
I love peppermint. I think it's like just a immersive flavor for the mouth.
I feel like toothpaste. It tastes like a cough drop to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of 10.
It's a 1. Okay.
A 1? I didn't know there was an inside.
Yeah, there is chocolate in it.
Really good. I'm gonna go 9 out of 10 for that one.
Ooh. I have seen this food so many times on the list of worst foods in the world.
But do people enjoy it?
Apparently.
My belief is like, if some people can enjoy the food, you can usually find a way to enjoy it as
Yes.
well. So I'm excited to test that philosophy.
Oh, I love that. Well, let's go for it. Here. So
Give me 2.
sure,
They're super small.
take 3.
Okay.
So we will try it first, and then I will tell Bobby what it
They
is.
smell like literally nothing.
Yeah, I can see why this is an acquired taste. I've like never tried that before.
Oh, it's like a licorice.
It's very spicy / salty.
Wow. This is like an experience of a
Yeah.
flavor. Wow. This is not what I was expecting at all.
It has like so many tastes to it. It's like spicy, salty. There's the licorice too.
It even tastes like moldy too.
You don't say moldy.
It does. It tastes moldy.
Oh no.
It gives like the same effect as like blue cheese does. Alright, I've rarely not enjoyed a food. This is one of them. I do not enjoy this food actually. Oh.
On my side, I don't think it's that bad.
Are you serious?
If I was from here, I think I will like grow to like it.
I don't know how you could sit there and munch on these. That's like really not good.
Oh no.
And I've never felt that way on a food before. I've always found a way to enjoy like every food I've ever tried, even if it's like a weird food. This though, it's just a taste.
So it's a 0 out of 10 for you?
Yeah.
Wow, I think I've traumatized Bobby, so I'm gonna have to bring him to dinner to get better food.
We've decided to come back to the market and have an early dinner with a massive bowl of salmon soup. And I think just sharing a bowl of soup for the both of us will be okay.
It's one of the biggest bowls of soup I've ever seen in my life.
So in front of us, we have one of the most famous Finnish dishes of salmon soup. This is basically a very creamy soup with big chunks of fresh salmon and potatoes. Then the broth is super creamy and super fatty and has a lot of dill and fresh onions added to it.
Oh, that's incredible. It's so fatty and so flavorful. And then with the salmon here as well, it makes for like a super unique and also rich soup.
Yeah, this is so good. Like the salmon is like super fatty and really adds to the creamy texture of this soup. Also, I think the potatoes have been cooked in that broth for a really long time because they have reabsorbed the taste of the broth. It's so delicious.
Also, I'm super excited to see like what this oil specifically is because it's oil and then some herbs. I've never seen an oil like that before. Oh my gosh.
So what do you think it is?
I honestly couldn't tell you. It just tastes so good. No, it looks like it's the different herbs that are in the soup, but in this oil here. But it tastes so delicious. Oh my gosh. When you eat bread with this, you don't want to eat bread by itself again. It just tastes so good.
And this soup is like really super filling, especially served with the bread and the oil. Like we have our fat content for the day for sure. Cheers. Yeah, I'm so happy we're eating that.
I think it's the perfect soup for a cold, wintry day.
So what's your favorite thing in this soup?
I mean, I think it has to be the salmon, right? It's so fresh, it's so tasty. And I've actually never had a soup with salmon before. So it's a new experience in general.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I have never eaten a soup with salmon before. And never with like such a good salmon.
Oh my gosh. You want any or no?
Drink.
Okay.
drink.
All done.
And look at this, we've officially cleared our plate. The soup was so good and so filling, and for me that's a perfect 10 out of 10.
It was one of the best soups I've ever had. Absolutely incredible.
And just like that, our Helsinki food tour is officially over. So thanks for watching and see you next time.